Buenos dias, amigos, from Ajijic here in the lakeside area. I'll try to get through this video as quick as I can. I do want to mention, though, different channels you might want to listen to. Two expats in Mexico, and though he's out of town, he knows quite a bit about income requirements coming into Mexico. There is something that's going on that where income requirements are different in different cities in the United States. Now, some might be slightly, but he does give an example of McAllen, Texas. So watch two expats in Mexico. He gives a wonderful, he's done a lot of research and he's done it. Also, who taps into my notification section is, and I'm subscribed to them, is the Mexico relocation guide, and she's wonderful. She's got a live broadcast as well, and she knows quite a bit about Mexico. Things that will also, some things will apply to you here if you move to Lakeside. Okay, some of that being said, I want to talk about this video that I put up yesterday. I uploaded, and I don't want to give people the impression that go run down and rent in Cocotepec when you first get down here. I didn't make that suggestion at all. I just was talking about cost of living. If you do go to Cocotepec, I would suggest getting some Spanish under your belt a little bit. If you have a spouse that's Latin American and speaks Spanish, that would be easier. But if not, or a significant other, get some Spanish under your belt. It's not the same as Chapala. And let me first mention about Chapala. Chapala, you don't need to speak any Spanish. I'll tell you, and for people will think that, oh, you got to learn a whole lot of Spanish. You can't live in Chapala. Yes, you can go there without knowing any Spanish whatsoever. Now, I'll tell you how I know. One reason I know is because I've been coming here for 2.5 years. I didn't get here yesteryear. I've been going back and forth to Chapala quite a bit in the last 2.5 years. Tell you one thing, if you want to know, also go to the coffee shops, the donut shops over in Chapala. Go to the American Legion. You will find that there are expats going there, not knowing any Spanish. Of course, Spanish helps, but they get around other expats, and then they gradually get into the system there, and they might learn a little bit of Spanish gradually. And some of them even take classes. So Chapala, yes, the town of Chapala, yes, you can do so. Don't get the impression. I've heard people say, oh, you gotta know a lot of Spanish to live in Chapala. No, you don't. Frequent those coffee shops, meet expats who live there, and go to the American Legion, and you'll find out. But then again, people at the American Legion do speak Spanish. Now, I'll tell you something. They do have Spanish classes there. They also have English classes for Mexican residents, and I'll get to that in a second. If you go, say you're coming down here to visit, whatever, try to make it to those places, and the Lake Chapala Society as well. You'll meet a lot of expats, and some of the coffee shops. You'll meet a lot of expats and some pretty cool Mexican residents too we got down here that'll be helpful to you. Now, I do know a gentleman who did recently buy a condo in Jocotepec. He's been coming back and forth to Mexico for a while. He's from the same neighborhood where I owned a home or where I have a home in. I bought a home there, let's see, about 10, 11 years ago. He's from the same neighborhood. He grew up in that community, and he bought a place in Jocotepec, and he loves it there. But I believe he's got some Spanish, and I know he's got some Spanish, and he's been traveling back and forth here. I don't tell you when to buy, who, or whatever, or you got to do this, you got to learn that. But he's been coming back and forth, and he did finally buy a condo. He's been in Mexico, coming back for some time, a lot. Okay, now also I want to talk a little bit about the Mexican people, um, what they do. They're very hardworking people. We all know that. They go bend over, backwards to serve us, to please us, do a great job. And I'll tell you something. Many of them, if you're not aware, many of them, we know they work a lot of hours and they work hard, but there's quite a few that go and take English classes. They go after working all day on their feet, many hours. Some of them go to the biblioteca right there in Ajijic and take English classes. And I've seen people progress. I have in the last 2.5 years coming back and forth there. I'll tell you another thing. There's a gentleman right here at my gated community. He goes to the plaza. He teaches Mexican residents free. Doesn't expect anything. Won't accept anything for doing so. And that's my kind of guy. He does this for free. And they're learning. Now, also at the American Legion, Mexican residents are going that extra length and distance and learning how to speak English. And they're doing it not just for us. They do it for us, of course, and it helps us, but they have to keep their jobs, many of them, and to do better on their jobs, make their jobs easier and serve us better. I was in a restaurant, one of my favorite restaurants, and got many, where the restaurant owner, I made a remark. I said, this waitress, she's a kid. She's probably 19 years old, 20 years old. To me, she's a kid, but she's a grown woman, but she's a kid. I said, she's doing a great job because she's new. And she says, yeah, but she's got to learn English. And I didn't say anything. I just didn't say anything. And anyway, there's one thing. These people work hard. And some of them, they need their jobs, and they go back and forth. They go to English classes. I've seen them on buses. They travel from Ajijic all the way to Chapala, all the way to Jocotepec on buses, a lot of hours on their feet. They're working, and they're still. Some of them are finding taking English classes, and I see it. And you won't know these things unless you go firsthand and see it at the American Legion. You talk to them. A lot of them are working hard to do that. So, do you need to know any Spanish to live in Jocotepec? I would suggest it. Do you need to move if you first come down here and you move to Chapala? No, you don't. There's going to be less English-speaking people there, but there are English-speaking people, and you can get by. And many do get by very well. Expats, they, once again, you go to the coffee shops, go to the donut shops there, see them, talk to them, and they'll tell you. And some of them do take Spanish classes, Duolingos, things like that, or and some of them, just barely get by, but they're happy, they're content. Go down to the American Legion as well, and you'll meet those people. So Ann lived here for years, but eventually it'll get to you. You'll learn some Spanish. You'll learn some if you're here long enough. One other thing, yes, trying to go through this really quick. There's so many, I didn't make an outline, but you can. And these people here, these Mexican residents, whom I love, I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of them get better. Now, me, myself, personally, yes, I can go to Joco, Quebec and feel comfortable living there because my comprehension has gone up in the last 4 years of coming and being here in Mexico, 2.5 years here. Yes, I feel that comfortable. Do I feel comfortable going to El Chanti? Yes, I would feel comfortable. Of course, I like coming around the expats and being around here. Of course, I'm not going to isolate any of those towns, but I could live in places like that. Now, I want to say these pictures. I'll talk about I first took 4 Spanish lessons in San Miguel de Allende before I went back up to the States a few years ago. And I got a teacher. She was assigned to me at the Biblioteca on Insurgentes in San Miguel de Allende. Well, we've kept in touch frequently, and it's really nice to she contacts me on WhatsApp. She's aware of this channel and she's seen it before. And her daughter's an artist. Her daughter should be, I think, 17 now. She's going to be going to the University of Querétaro, and she's quite an artist too. And she wants to contact me, and I'm going to contact her again. And we used to keep in frequent contact. She's a wonderful lady, wonderful. But if you go to places like San Miguel de Allende or Ajijic, like say, you don't have to know Spanish, but it helps to learn. I did put up a video, I think a few weeks ago or a couple months ago about benefits of learning Spanish. And I say, let's meet these people um, halfway at least. We get a lot of benefits from coming here in Mexico, and we are get a great benefit. So, me personally, I feel that if I can meet them, the more I learn, the better I get. And of course, I'm not fluent, but do know enough, pretty much, and still have to learn more. And I do Duolingo, and I'm going to go back to that. The thing about Duolingo is, it's not a rapid course like my friend wanted me to get into. My buddy in the U.S., he told me about when I went to Cuernavaca, he says, just a second, get into Spanish immersion. Whoa, I says, yeah, but I did think about it. But you don't have to do all that. You can go on Duolingo and go at your own pace. It will be repetitious, but you can get through it quickly and pick up the pace. Do as much as you want. And then I talked to I was in the plaza tonight during the evening, or last night, where I saw a friend of mine, again, a Mexican woman. She's an artist. She just got done painting a mural in the plaza there, right outside the plaza recently. And she knew me from before. And we're able to speak even more. And we really got a better understanding. And she doesn't speak English, but we're getting even more of an understanding. And that's happened with me and Mexican residents here. As the longer I come, they see the progress that I make. And there's some that make progress in their English too. So if I want to say I want to meet them as close to as possible and try to continue to learn. And I feel it's opened up a lot more doors for me, travel-wise, emergency situations. And I spoke about that and talked about that in some previous videos. And it helps you with travel, emergencies, and integrating more into the Mexican community. Of course, I'm not fluent. There are many people that are fluent here, expats that are fluent, and they can help you. Once again, I think I mentioned a guy right here in this community, right in this gay community, teaches Mexican residents for free. Doesn't expect anything or will accept anything in return. And that's my kind of guy. He's a great guy. So with that, I'm gonna close this video. People, I'll tell you another thing. You know how another thing I know, what I know is I take buses, the local buses around here, a lot of, and some of the people that I meet working in Ajijic and surrounding areas, they go all the way to Coatepec, they go to Chapala, many of them, and they work hard, and they still find time or make time to take English classes at the American Legion. Now, Spanish classes are also offered there too. The Spanish classes often, once again, it's Lake Chapala Society. There's a couple different levels you can go take, but they are. And I've always known this since I came to Mexico 4 years ago. Even before, I knew they were hardworking people. You see them carrying the bags and things with them on the buses, and they're working so hard. And many of them have to travel over big buses all the way to Coatepec just to live. And so they're real hardworking people. They're beautiful people, and I really recommend coming here. So you can go to Chapala without knowing any Spanish and still live happily there. And I think the more you learn, the easier it gets. So with that, I'll close this video. Thanks for viewing, and check out this entire lakeside area because it's a wonderful place to be. Once again, thanks for viewing. Bonus, see us, and have a great day.